Hey everybody, how are you doing? Here, I'm Donnie here from Passover Listings. We have Hanukkah in the rear view, and the next big holiday is Pesach. I'm sure everyone is getting ready for their Pesach travel or staying local. We'll see what happens there. And it's an exciting time, right? There are thousands upon thousands of people that travel for Pesach, especially to these lovely, luxurious Pesach programs. And we always get three questions. Question number one is, where do I go? Where can I find some information around Pesach programs? Question number two is, where can I find reliable reviews of people that have actually been on these programs? So, we don't get, we know exactly what we're getting ourselves into. And number three is, what is the price of these Pesach programs? And those are three major questions, and you can always find us on PassoverListings.com. So you always plug in, check us out. We actually just launched a really cool tool. Thousands of people are using this year. For the first time ever, you can find, with a click of the button, your pricing for your family for your entire stay for Pesach. So how much is going to cost for every Pesach program around the world by typing and clicking in on Passover Listings. There's a pricing tool on the top right, and you can find the pricing. We are going to have a special guest jumping on right now with us as another interview going on. And hopefully they will be joining very, very soon. There we go. Hello, hello.
Hey, Donnie, how are you?
I am good. I'm good. So let me just make a quick introduction. We have Helit on here from lovely Kosherica, which is one of always the hottest programs every year. Kosherica, if everyone knows or doesn't know, they're operating in two destinations this year. One in Florida at their staple PGA, and the other at the beautiful Atlantis
Which
in the
is
Bahamas.
also our staple. We've been
And
there
another
for 10
staple.
years.
Exactly.
Yes.
Two staples going back to their roots. So two staples. Every year, I was just talking about, people are traveling. There's over 150,000 people that travel away for Pesach on these beautiful Pesach programs. It's such a, there's always new programs that pop up, and we're going to get into kind of talking about Kosherica, your programs both at the Bahamas, at the PGA, and tell us a little about what's going on this year.
Well, we're really excited. You actually reached me at the right time. We have 4 days left till our sale is over. So this is a massive sale. We never hold sales, but we're doing an annual sale. It's over in 4 days. We've got a sale on Atlantis. We can't do PGA anymore because we are this close to being sold out of PGA.
Wow.
We're probably about 65-66% sold out in Atlantis. So we've reached our goals. We're very excited about that too. But we also have a sale for our cruises, which we never do. So it's 15% off our cruises. We've got 4 days left. 4 days left, wow. Everyone. Our phones are ringing like crazy.
Did you just say 50? 15.
15.
No, okay, I want to make 15. Sure.
But that's a big deal. 15. That's a big deal.
I was going to say, even 15 is a big deal for cruises because they are expensive, and to be honest with you, 15% off a cruise, that's really, really good.
It's huge. It's huge. And, thank God the vast majority of our customers are repeat customers. They're with us all the time. So they're jumping on it, and our phones are ringing off the hook for it. So I encourage you all, book now because we are not extending this sale.
That's amazing.
So guys, all our goals are where we want to be. So we are cutting it off end of Friday before Shabbos. We're done.
Wow. I mean, who doesn't like a good sale? I mean, that sounds amazing. I think it's a great time. Hanukkah's in the rear view, as I was mentioning earlier. Everyone's now booking Pesach, which is great. And, Kosherica comes up all the time, right? It's been around for forever. It's a staple.
Over 30 years.
Over 30 years, right? Yes. And you know what you're getting, right? That's the key thing. I think, when people hear Kosherica, they hear consistency, right? Every single year.
Well, that's a differentiation. I mean, that's what sets us apart from anywhere else. When you book with Kosherica, it's a guarantee of what you're going to get. Your experience is guaranteed. You know, the
Right.
food is going to be amazing. The entertainment is going to be amazing. The scholarship is going to be off the charts. Our programming is nonstop every hour on the hour, and we don't relent with programming. We don't relent with the amount of food. Nobody ever waits for food. There's never a shortage of anything. And you know that the locations that we're going to go to are always going to be incredible, whether it's in our resorts, PGA, Atlantis, or our cruises.
Right. So tell
So
us about the Bahamas. Let's talk about the Bahamas for a minute, right?
yes,
Let's let's
yes,
let's
I love the
focus at the.
Bahamas.
So when I hear Atlantis, I hear water park, I hear gorgeous hotel, I hear beautiful weather, right?
Let me just tell you a
Tell me
little.
more.
So I'll give you a little example from my own kids. I have a 6-year-old and an 11-year-old. If they're not in the Bahamas for Pesach, the tears start coming. That just gives you an example, like how obsessed people become with the Bahamas, right? And there's a reason for it. It is literally the most family-friendly resort in the entire world. You know, it's just exciting. There's this insane aqua adventure slides that literally on TikTok and all of these kids platforms, they list as like the #1 adventurous things that one can do and the #1 slides in the world. So you've got these crazy aqua adventure slides. You've got this incredible little kids pool that is equipped with like a pirate ship and all of this wonderful swimming opportunities. There are 11 pools,
Yeah.
11 amazing pools. You've got the largest open air marine habitat. So everywhere you go, it's like being in this aquarium that is outdoors and indoors, and it all comes with the price. So
That's amazing.
you can go for miles and miles and miles and see sharks and seals and every stingrays, and there's feeding us all the time.
Wow.
There's the Dolphin Cay, which you can swim with dolphins. I've
That's
done that
cool.
many
I've done
times.
that. That's swimming with dolphins
Actually,
is
hang
a
on, I'm going to show you a
lot
picture.
of fun. Oh my gosh,
I'm
yes.
going to show
For
you.
those, by the way, while we're waiting for the picture, but for those of you who have not swam with dolphins, it is almost like, there you go. Wow, that's
That's
so
my
cool.
baby, swimming with a dolphin.
That's so cool. Yeah. It's honestly one of the, you do like a Superman, right? Where two dolphins are on your
Yes.
toes and you're literally flying up two
Yeah.
feet out of the air. It's one of the most fun adventures ever.
It is
I love that.
so worth doing that, and you can you can swim with sharks also.
Yeah.
But you can also go in a slide that goes through a tunnel where there's sharks around you, but encased in glass, so they
Wow.
can't be near you. I
That's
mean,
cool.
it's incredible what you can do. It's 141 acres of water,
Gosh.
right?
So
It's the
let's talk
largest
about
outdoor marine habitat in the world, in the
yeah.
entire world.
So 141 acres. Let's get into that. So how far is it in terms of walking? Because we didn't even talk about there's a casino there, a huge
Oh my gosh!
resort. There's a
So I
lot of
mean,
stuff, right? But
you
how
can
far is it from?
it's miles and
Right.
miles and miles.
Right. But how far are the rooms from like
Well, it
the
depends what kind of rooms you want to get. So generally we encourage people to stay in the Coral Tower, which is right by the convention center. So the convention center is just designated for our group. That's where we do all our meals, where we do all our davening, all the shows, all the lectures. So that's really close. That's relatively close. There's super fancy areas. That's like the Cove. That's where Oprah stays and, the superstars stay. But that's probably about a 12-minute walk. So it's further down. There's a lot of people that love that just because it's literally a 6-star.
Yeah. That's
So
amazing.
people that want that, but we always encourage the Coral because convenience. You're going to be coming to our area nonstop for food and for entertainment.
Right.
I mean, literally, if you look at our schedule, I don't know if I ever showed you our schedule. They're bonkers. They're so good.
I can't. Yeah, I think I've seen it. Through the grapevine. But yeah, there's so many reasons why people go away. They go away. Obviously, they go away with their family, but they go away for the experience, and they go away for the food. Let's talk about the food for a minute, right? Because food. I know you guys have just so much, never run out. Like, what do you have? Talk about
So let me talk about some of our people. We have our superstars coming back. He wasn't with us last year. We sent him to Cancun, and everyone got upset, so they want him all back. So Chef Chezi Badina is probably one of the greatest chefs I have ever met. So Chef Chezi is going to be on there. He's off the charts.
Okay.
We've got the people from Street Kitchen. I don't know if you know, but Kosherica, they own Street Kitchen. We have Bamboo Kitchen, Street Hibachi.
Wow.
So all of our superstars at each of these locations are going to be coming. You know, one of them is going to be handling the barbecue. Street Hibachi, which probably has the best sushi in all of Florida, if not everywhere.
Wow.
It's insane. It's like hibachi, and it's like it's all these tables. It's so much fun going there. But they're going to be doing our sushi. We've got Chef Houston who's coming. We've got Chef Bell who's coming. We've got Chef Rodriguez who's coming. We're bringing all our favorite people to this location. We literally grabbed from all our other places, other places, and you know, we just went bonkers on Atlantis this year.
So
and
you got
we're
sushi.
Hoping, yeah, I mean,
you got barbecue. There's gonna be steak. Talk about like different cuisines, like you know that you had and you will have.
Oh my! What don't we have? I mean, like it would be a disservice to talk about what we have. Literally, what don't we have? When you go on a Kosherica, you know, adventure, it's a plethora, and we really make a concerted effort to make it as eclectic as possible. Amazing. So we want people to have as much variety. You know, we don't do the same thing over and over again, but the quality is always top notch. You know, we have even our barbecues. We don't just do a barbecue. We like smoke our meats. You know, I mean, it's like it's hardcore. Our barbecues.
Wow.
You know, like everything that we do is very thoughtful, and especially under Chezi, he takes it to the next level. There is a chance, a tiny chance, well, actually kind of a big chance. We're waiting to see if we can get an additional kitchen. If we can, then we can. Everyone's kind of depressed that we're not doing our kitniot in Cancun. So we're hoping that we can get a private kitchen for those that do want kitniot.
Oh wow!
So
okay. That's news. That's interesting. Okay.
Yeah. So
that'll be good for the kitniot style.
Literally, we're getting phone calls all the time. You know, we decided not to do Cancun. We want to just think for safety reasons, it's better to do it in the Bahamas and do our PGA program. There's Beth. Oh my God, my beautiful Beth is saying hi.
A lot of people.
Can I talk about that? Beth Warren. Beth Warren is going to be coming. She's going to be doing a lot of foodie, health and wellness. And she's brilliant. She's going to do a whole health and wellness perspective. We've got, let's see, I've got Mayan Davis, who's amazing and gorgeous. Shai Albrecht, who's going to be doing fitness nonstop. Wow. I've got Dikla, who everyone knows Kosherica for our day camp also. Yeah. It's hands down, there is no other day camp on planet Earth that even compares to Atlantis. So Dikla and her huge sports camp are going to be running the day camp, which is unbelievable. By the way, we don't need blow up slides in Atlantis. We don't need to like try and figure out like board games. You literally walk on campus. Yeah. And you are basically on an excursion 24/7.
Yeah. Sounds amazing. Honestly, it sounds like paradise.
Paradise, especially if you've got kids.
All right, so tell me, the kids, the family, tell me how close, right? So, you know, there's people coming from all around the world coming on Pesach programs, especially, you know, to the Bahamas, from Europe, you know, even from Israel, from United States, from Mexico, from everywhere. How easy is it to get to?
It's a 30-minute plane ride. Literally 30 minutes. Like you go up and you're already going down. You know, from Miami. So it's so fast.
Amazing.
You know, so yeah, it's easy. You know,
really easy to get there. That's always a question for people. It's like, you know, how do I get there? I love the hotel, of the thing, but that's great to know. There are flights and easy flights, direct flights.
Very easy, and because Easter is not at the same time with Passover this year, the prices are are
much better. That's good.
Yeah.
And one of the questions we get a lot from people, and they ask us a lot, is like, what's the crowd like? Right? Is it a more of a modern crowd? And even modern, is it more of like a hip hop, you know, like fun?
So
like, what type of
so it's hard to answer that because very often you have one family that will have 40 people in it. right? So it runs the gamut. But generally, the people that are attracted to Atlantis, I would say that they probably lean a little bit kind of the middle and modern. There's so many pools and beaches and all of that stuff. So it's people that do want to be outdoors. There is a little bit of a party vibe to Atlantis. I mean, we always have music nonstop during Chalamoid, and we always have a lot of activities, and there's literally the largest casino in the entire Caribbean is in Atlantis. And it's people that want to play golf. There's an 18-hole golf course that people come just for golf. There's a whole tennis facility. There's pickleball. I mean, it's for people that are slightly more active and want adventure.
Right.
It's the kind of person that, to give you an idea what Atlantis is, you don't need to leave the campus during Chol You don't want to leave the campus during Chol because everything is there.
Right.
People go there for their excursions. Like literally, like that's where people go. When they go to the Bahamas, everyone wants to beeline to Atlantis.
Right.
But it's incredibly expensive for them to go for a day pass. So, you have guards like stopping that all the time. But,
the hotel, the hotel looks terrific. I mean, I can't imagine why anyone would want to leave the resort during Pesach, but But
we also have, for those that want a little bit more quiet and more of a cerebral experience, we've got incredible scholars, and we really fill up our days with scholarship. We've got sommeliers that are going to be coming and doing wine tastings. We're going to have experiential, facilities for people to, do wellness. There's so many things that one can do. And then also for the kids that don't want to go to the pool during Cholamot, there's literally a movie theater that comes with our program, like that has shows all day long. I mean, it's just a nonstop experience.
Wow.
It's for people that don't really want to be bored.
Right.
So then we've got I'm sorry.
I said, if you want adventure and you want to go and you want to be in good weather and you want to just enjoy it, it seems like it's like a nonstop party. Like there's always something going on. There's
always something going on, but it's so big that you also have the privacy of going to find quiet on the beach where you won't see anybody. I mean, there's that beautiful white sandy beach that you have the space and the room to breathe and go there. You have the room to go and get lost at any of the 11 pools where you don't want to be with the entire crowd. You want to just have your own little place. And there's always beach chairs, by the way, and pool chairs. There's no shortage. No shortage ever of that.
You're right. And look, in prior programs, sometimes those beach chairs run out. There's not enough. And I think that's a big one, right? To make sure there's a beach chair and there's like a pool. You don't have to run. I remember there was stories where people would have to get up at like 5 a.m., 6 a.m. just to save their beach chair.
Yeah.
But that's good to know.
No, it's easy. It's easy as pie on that one. So, I mean, it's a no-brainer. If you have kids, it's a place where your kids are going to be crying to go every single year. Thank you. This is my existence with my kids. Not a big problem to have.
Well, it's like you said. Your kids said. What did you say? If they're not in Bahamas for Pesach, tears start coming.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
So that's Bahamas. I think we kind of hit on the nail. Tons of stuff to do for everything. Anything? I don't know if we missed anything. I think you really kind of hit the whole shebang. Guys, by the way, as you're jumping on, if you have questions, feel free to jump in, put them in the comments. We can get them answered. Any quick news on PGA, which is Florida?
So PGA, we're this close to being sold out. So the only news I can tell you is book now because we're literally. I was telling you this beforehand. We're literally counting rooms to see what we have to work with, what's left. So please, if that is something on your radar, don't wait because I would be surprised if we still have rooms. In the next couple of weeks.
Amazing.
I would really be surprised. Thank God. And PGA is just, it's a staple. It's been around for a million years. And we're generally, I mean, part of the reason that we sell out is we're probably 80% sold out a year in advance, every year. People grab their room.
Much they come back and they want to come back.
And they're obsessed about making sure that they have their same rooms and, that they get in and they sit where they want to sit. So that's another non-brainer.
That's great.
Yeah.
So I know you mentioned the sale way in the beginning. We'll just reference it now. There is a sale going on. I think you said the next 4 days.
It ends
4th.
on Friday, and we're going to be strict about it.
Right, and the sale is for cruises and the Bahamas, right? So,
cruises in the Bahamas, not for PGA. We already maxed out PGA.
Okay, and the sale was 15% off, 15
off of cruises, 10% of Atlantis, and call us because I think we're also giving like $600 discount off of kids' rooms.
Yep.
All sorts of goodies that we're throwing in there for Atlantis.
Amazing.
But you know, we're not going to extend it because we met our goals. We said when we reach 60%, we're over that. We're over that at that point. But we also have 15% off of our cruises. And
let's talk about the cruises.
Yeah. Okay. Great.
There was a question on here by someone asking about the cruises. They actually never know. I don't know why, but because Kosherica cruises are also a staple. They didn't know it existed. Tell us about the cruises. Where do they go out from? You said there was the summer, I assume, right?
Yeah. So we've got a bunch of cruises this summer. We've got riverboats that are going down the French Riviera, not the French, the Seine, excuse me, in France. It's going to go. We're going to hit Paris. There's going to be a stop in Champagne where we're going to see vineyards, but that's where Rashi was born and lived. So we're going to visit that. We're going to stop along Paris of Versailles. There's going to be the beaches of Normandy. So it's going to be really beautiful. It's going to be headed by Rabbi Weil, who is one of the most brilliant people I know, and Rabbi Aubrey Hirsch, who is tremendous. So that's really wonderful. We've got a Danube cruise, which goes through Hungary and Vienna and Passau, and all of these great, beautiful cities with very rich cultural history. We've got an Iceland cruise, which is going to be through Iceland and Greenland. We also
Northern Lights.
I'm sorry.
That's Northern Lights.
Yes. And then we've got one that is going through England and France and Scotland and all those places. And then of course our staple, Alaska, which is again this close to being sold out. I can't believe it, this far in advance. Alaska's almost sold out. So
people love those Alaska cruises. They're so unique and fun. I mean, how often do you get to see a glacier right next door?
It's beautiful. And we really try. We max out at a certain number on our cruises. We really try and keep those very intimate. It's very important to us that it's not a massive experience.
Right.
We really cut it. We're just a small little division there, and we do not under any circumstances exceed that. We want it to be a very intimate experience.
Yeah. Well, guys, you guys heard it here. Thank you, Helit, from Kosherica. We got the Bahamas Pesach program at the Atlantis Hotel. We got the PGA in West Palm Beach. We got Kosherica cruises galore in Alaska, Iceland, France, going out over the summer. Really great sale of the next 4 days. 10% off Bahamas, 15% off of the cruises. If you're looking for a family cruise, I mean, this can be a really beautiful, wonderful paradise vacation. Tons of stuff to do, as you mentioned. Tons of entertainment, tons of food, excursions, galore. Really, really amazing speaking with you as always. And
I see we have one of our guests that joined us on our Alaska cruise that had an amazing time. So yay!
Oh yeah, I see that. Yeah, she just did the Alaska cruise. It's an unbelievable, amazing trip, Kosherica. Yeah, thank you so much.
Such a pleasure. Thank you for having me, Donnie.
Yes, and if you guys are jumping on right now, you can take a look at them, PassoverListings.com. They're right up top, Kosherica. You can also contact them on their websites, and you can give a call as well. But take a look. There's tons of reviews up there on our Facebook group around Kosherica if you want to know who's been and what type of vacation they had in prior years on our Facebook group, Passover Program Reviews. Thank you again so much, Helit, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you for having me, Donnie.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for jumping on.
Bye-bye.